Hey guys, so I'm just getting ready for trial. I'm going through what we call in Canada the particulars, which is basically the prosecution's case. These are the case particulars for my for the protection order application. Right? Did I or did I not cause the Jehovah's Witnesses to have reasonable grounds to fear that I will cause them injury? And for those of you out there who are going up to Jehovah's Witnesses as ex-Jehovah's Witnesses in the interest of filming your interactions with them, I've got a little bit of interesting news for you. So the first portion of the particulars here, this is all police reports and testimony regarding the specific incident, okay? But I turn to this page right here, okay, and I think this is where the statements portion starts, okay? There's narratives and then there's statements. So I'm looking at the statements portion, and the witness named in the statement portion here is Bob Delorier, Deslauriers, Bob. And he is the regional coordinator for Jehovah's Witnesses. He organizes the volunteers and he receives complaints from the volunteers. And from the time I started my activism, you can see from this tiny print, okay? You can see from this tiny print, this spreadsheet here, the date is December 12th. I think that's when I first started. It's just account after account after account where I went up to them and began my discussions and putting the tough questions to them, filming them, criticizing them, calling them cult members, etc. Exercising the right to film in public and the fundamental freedom of thought, expression, and belief according to the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. So I will be appealing to the Canadian Charter in the course of the case, but the issue for this video isn't my defense. My defense is coming along fine. I thought I'd let you guys know that you see, okay? I don't know if you guys can see it all, but this is, I'm really sorry for the recording device, you guys. I'm going to improve hopefully soon. December 12th, okay? December 12th, December 15th, January 22nd, January 30th, February 7th, February 8th, etc. This is all testimony given by Jehovah's Witnesses at the carts who had a reason to file a complaint. So I think what's happening is every time they're at the cart and something that they prefer not happens, like somebody talks to them about the flip-flop on the teachings and asks them about the shunning the child abuse and the blood policy, etc. Every single time that happens, a report gets generated, and if you persist long enough, the way I've persisted for long enough, well, then the whole thing gets presented to the police in one glorious bundle. So I've discovered this glorious bundle tonight, a little over a week away from my trial, and just thought I'd let you guys know that this is who you're dealing with when it comes to Jehovah's Witnesses. Okay? If you have the audacity to go up to a literature cart or into a kingdom hall and start expressing a contrarian view to what is taught from the platform and in the pages of the Watchtower, the paperwork on you will start. Okay? And I'm just discovering this now, so this is all fresh. Okay, I haven't read most of these. I'm not really going to worry too much about these because I recorded the incidents. See, this doesn't scare me. This does not scare me. Okay, it would scare me if I couldn't remember exactly what happened and was worried about getting confused in court. But I don't have to worry about being confused in court because I've video documented all of my interactions with Jehovah's Witnesses. See? So I've anticipated this. Bob Delorier, if you're watching, and I know you are, obviously you are. So, there have been rumors about apostates being in a secret database in the tower, and, this confirms it. So, Bob Delorier, Regional Coordinator of Jehovah's Witnesses. Despite all of your spreadsheets and notes here, for future reference, when you see me, start filming me right away, okay? Because I filmed all of my interactions with the cult members from beginning, middle to end. So, as I was saying in the videos themselves, viewers, whatever snapshots the police and the Jehovah's Witnesses and the Crown Prosecutor are going to try to emphasize at my trial, I'll be able to lend a lot more context to those instances because of the videos. So I have successfully positioned myself, I think, to go to trial and address point by point police testimony, the testimony of Michael Onwood and Sarah Traver, and whatever else I'm going to find. I've been working on it for a few hours, and point by point I'm going to go through it. The prosecution is going to make their case, I'm going to make my case, and I'm ready for trial. So in case anybody's watching this channel wondering if I'm worried about all that's contained in those particulars, I'm not the least bit worried, because I was a member of the Jehovah's Witness Church for over 20 years. I understand what kind of people I'm dealing with. Okay? So I'm very confident that once everything I have to say has been said, and it's everything you have to say as well. I'm only speaking on behalf of ex-Jehovah's Witnesses from around the world. I've just pushed this a little harder than other people, but now I'm in a position to get what we're all saying, what we all have to say, and what we all would say if you were in my shoes. I'm in a position to get it all to be part of a court record in this case, and I will definitely do that. So those of you out there who are ignoring whatever personal disliking you might have for me, but who are happy with the progress that I've made in terms of advancing what we're all trying to say and bring attention to, I won't let you down. And I'm not going to get into some of the things that are in those particulars, but somebody is definitely really desperate to shut me down, shut us down, however you want to put it, because I've made arguments in videos on this channel that they know I'm going to be reiterating in court. But I'm going to be reiterating them in the interest of defending myself from the allegation that Jehovah's Witnesses have reasonable grounds to fear injury from me. They have no reasonable grounds to fear injury from me. And despite my bipolar disorder, despite the fact that I'm 6'3" and change, doesn't mean that a person has to use caution with me. I'm not a violent person. I have no criminal record. So, that might be a police officer calling right now. Hold on. Hello? Hello? Yes, is this Soraya Hickey? Wow. What's that? Yeah, I recognize your voice because I think we spoke twice in total. What's that?
I think you recognize my voice?
Yeah, I recognize your voice because I think we spoke twice in total.
Yes, you are correct. How have you been?
I've been pretty good. I'm going to a trial over this matter, so I just wanted to get a few ducks in a row before I go in and face the wolves and defend myself. So I just wanted to sort of double check what you had on file regarding the incident from March 10th, 2018, file number VA-18-49108.
Yeah, so that was with myself and my partner, David. Are you aware that you can actually get printouts of our report with the Freedom of Information Act?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So that honestly is the best way. You can literally see word for word what we write, and that's just on our BPD internet. That's you just print off a form and submit it that way, and then you can see exactly what was put in the report.
Okay, I've requested police reports in this case before, and I was denied access to the information because the case is being prosecuted before the court right now. That was exactly the message I got from the Freedom of Information and Privacy Unit, or the Information and Privacy Unit. Sorry, we can't release that record. The case is before the court right now, so I can't access it. Yeah, I've made the request before in a different file.
Okay.
Did you know that?
Yeah, well,
have you heard that before?
I haven't, to be honest, I haven't talked to a lot of people that have requested the information unless it's like ICC stuff.
So like I took your advice about 2 months ago, and it got me nowhere. So just bear that in mind, that if the file that's been generated is involved in a case that's being prosecuted in the court, whoever's asking won't be able to get it. Nobody can get it. The Crown can get it, and then they can get, I guess, details from the Crown that way. But the thing I remember sort of not really emphasizing when we spoke, I'm pretty sure. Have you got the file handy in front of you? Can I have just a minute of your time?
No, I do.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, so there were 3 sort of moments in my filming and criticizing the Jehovah's Witnesses that day that I just wanted to make sure that the file covered. Louis Kotziris pushed into me. Do you have a record of that? He was
to be honest, Stuart, I'm not going to go through my report and tell you what it says, because like I said, that's the Freedom of Information side of things. So the difference between if our department is basically saying that you don't have the right to review this report, but then I'm telling it to you verbally, that's kind of the same thing, right? So
okay. Cool. Well, then I'd like to file a specific complaint regarding the assault, the threat, the 2 assaults and the threat from that day, because.
Well, in doing that, then so you would call the police non-emergency line and then get a whole new file generated.
That's what I was trying to do. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do with the dispatch that called you to say, give this guy a call. I was saying I'd like to start from scratch, but when I started giving her the date and the information, she said, "Oh, there's already a file there. Here, let me send you to the officer that made the report." So you're saying, okay, in order for me to start from scratch with making the complaint about the 2 assaults and threatening statement, go back to police non-emergency and say, I want to start from scratch. Let's start from scratch. They're gonna sort of let me do that.
Yeah. Something can happen. One event, and one person does something to one person, and another person does something to another person. Just because it happened at the same time doesn't mean it's the same offense. It's 2 separate incidents, basically, right? Because one thing had to happen first, and then something happened after. And so it's not,
So multiple reports can be generated from the same sort of period of time at a location. There can be, Yeah,
like it can be in reference to this file number. This is the background, but in that process, this happened, right? That's kind of more the angle that it goes. It wouldn't be written under the same, because you can't be a victim and a suspect. You know what I mean? And they can't be a victim and a suspect. You have to have 2 separate files. That
right.
He was a victim in this file, and he was not a victim in the other file. That's kind of how it works, right? So,
cool. Okay.
If that clarifies things.
It does. I'm gonna call them back right now. Thank you very much, Officer Hickey. Okay. You too. So that whole conversation, I'm gonna try to post what she was saying because I was recording right there. Hopefully, I got it all. So this is my life right now, you guys. Yeah, I called the police non-emergency about 2 hours ago, and she's getting back to me now because I needed to file a report for the time Louis Kotziris pushed into me, and the time the cult member grabbed this recording device, and the time Gino Rizzotti said to me, "Your nightlife's pretty interesting," with the implication being that I'm being filmed and surveilled by people who aren't making themselves known to me. And speaking of people who aren't making themselves known to you, Regional Coordinator Bob Delorier, you seem to enjoy making little notes on people and having little files on people that when the time is right, you get to go to the police and say, deal with that bad man. Well, I'm going to be in court on the 17th of December, absolutely ready to defend myself and go through point by point by point of the Crown's case against me. Okay? So you can call me and we can get together and we can go through the transcripts of my trial together. You can film it and I can film it and we can both share it. Okay? And we'll see who's more honest about what happened in the trial and who said what. Okay? So for those of you who are engaging in the cart crashing and Kingdom Hall crashing work, bear in mind the file on you has already started. Okay? And there's a lot of you out there. The paperwork has already started on you. Okay? And it's sitting on the desk of the regional coordinator. So when the time comes, and if they decide that there's enough to turn your life upside down and have somebody make an application to have you served with a TRO in the States, I guess, or a protection order, Section 810 in Canada, when the time comes, that regional coordinator will be coming out of the shadows to say, bad man, deal with him. Okay? So keep that in mind. All of those of you out there who are wanting to do more than make videos from the comfort of your home, but go out and actually give Jehovah's Witnesses an opportunity to respond to what we're all saying, bear in mind that as soon as you start to make it clear to them that you're an ex-witness or you're a critic, etc., the paperwork on you is going to start. And in my case, the paperwork started on the 12th of December, and the last entry on these transcripts is August 9th. August 9th, and then I was arrested on the 16th, so right up to the last one. So yeah, you better believe that when Jehovah's Witnesses go back to the Kingdom Hall after a literature cart has been approached by an ex-member and they've been filmed and criticized and questioned, and there's been some kind of causing of a disturbance, quote unquote, okay, you better be assured that when they go back to the Kingdom Hall, a report is being written and it's going to the regional coordinator. Okay, so the rumors of there being some database on so-called aggressive apostates is obviously true, considering that the regional coordinator submitted that report to the police, to the Crown Prosecutor in this case. So I'm going to be going to trial facing a lot, but that's okay, because filming in public is a right, and in Canada we have the fundamental freedom of thought, belief, expression, and opinion. So I have a lot of other things to say. I'll be saying them on Monday, December 17th in provincial court in British Columbia. I will be speaking for myself, and I'll be ready, because I'm not speaking just for me. I'm speaking for a lot of us, and I know there's some of you out there that would do a much better job than me, but unfortunately you're stuck with having me go into court to speak for us all. But right, so that was funny how she called, and now I have to cut this video short so that I can get on the phone to the police non-emergency and file these 3 reports. Yeah, so don't forget, it is a race to the phone out there.